pleased, very pleased, to announce that Canada is launching our first national food security strategy. There's more than $3 billion in this strategy of investment to tackle the challenges in our food system through targeted measures and investments to help create more affordable, sustainable, and resilient food supply chain in Canada. In other words, all the way across the supply chain. 4 key objectives, 4 pillars in this strategy. And the first is to increase grocery store competition, create more choice for Canadians. Second, process more food in Canada. Third, grow more fruits and vegetables all year round in Canada. And finally, lower prices by removing expensive regulatory barriers so farmers and producers can put more Canadian food on our shelves more easily. Within 4 years, our strategy targets increasing the number of independent grocers buying from food terminals or hubs such as this by 15%. 15%. And to boost local food sales from small and mid-sized producers by 25%. So we're setting ourselves specific targets and we're putting the investment behind to achieve it. With our strategy, the government will first create more choice and competition here in Canada. We'll provide $1 billion over 10 years to establish a new 10-year food link fund, starting right here at the Ontario Food Terminal. This fund will expand existing food terminals and start construction on 2 new ones by the end of 2028. And may I just, I should take a moment, Minister Jones, Trevor Jones of Ontario, and the partnership with Ontario in aspects of this will be essential. And thank you for your leadership on that and that of Premier Ford. We will also work to create 40 new commercial food hubs across the country, right across Canada, bringing food closer to market, lowering distribution costs, and helping Canadians save at the checkout with high-quality Canadian food. And we're going to make sure that there's competition in the sector. We're going to give the Competition Bureau more resources to identify, prevent, and combat unfair business practices. For consumers, we're going to crack down on surveillance pricing. We're amending privacy legislation to protect consumer data, your data, so companies can no longer use it to charge you higher prices. The second big thing is boosting domestic food production right across the country. Because for decades, we've been paying other countries to convert what we already have into what we need. I'll use Thailand as an example. Great place to go and visit. We love Thailand. 70% of what we ship there, our wheat, our soybeans, our peas, is processed in Thailand and then re-exported in global markets, sometimes back to ourselves. In effect, we're spending hundreds of millions of dollars to send our food elsewhere for processing that could be done at home. So to help Canadian businesses grow, produce, and process more food in Canada, we're launching another $1 billion fund through Farm Credit Canada. We'll also establish a $150 million food security fund to support small and medium-sized businesses in upgrading the critical equipment so that they can make more, store more, and bring more Canadian food to market. We'll establish and create a $100 million collaborative food innovation fund to help producers expand processing so more of each crop is used here. Because we have the talent and the resources, and now we're going to build the capacity. The third pillar is to grow more produce all year round. That's going to cost some money for the capital investment, so we're investing $750 million in greenhouses and hydroponics to dramatically expand Canada's capacity to produce fresh fruit and vegetables year-round. This includes a $100 million investment to help northern and rural communities produce more food locally via small-scale indoor farms and basically reducing their dependence on shipments from thousands of kilometers away. And finally, we'll look to lower costs by cutting red tape across the agricultural supply chain. Because right now, and this is a highly innovative sector, right now farmers and producers often wait years for approvals for new pesticides, for fertilizers, seeds, and feed that they need to grow and produce food efficiently. So to build the food system that Canadians deserve, we need to get out of our own way. We'll modernize key regulations so that food security and affordability are considered alongside of safety. We'll speed up approvals for seeds, feeds, fertilizers, veterinary products, and reduce backlogs that slow down the system. With our approach, we will clear Canadian Food Inspection Agency and pesticide approvals backlogs, and they're big backlogs. We aim to clear those by the end of this year, making decisions faster and more predictable. Alors, en somme,